12,000 feet in the Himalayas. The air is too thin for the engine to breathe, and the road has vanished into a landslide. You are thousands of miles from the nearest spare part. This is the story of a lone rider who faced the ultimate mechanical nightmare. His frame snapped in two. In 2012, a solo adventurer was navigating some of the highest, most dangerous, motorable roads in the world. The vibration and constant stress of the jagged, rocky terrain caused a catastrophic fatigue failure in the bike's main frame. The swingarm pivot point gave way. He wasn't just stuck, he was immobile, suspended on a cliffside where help was at least a week's journey away. He couldn't weld it, so he had to bridge it. Using only the tools in his kit, he salvaged a metal signpost from the side of the road and a section of heavy-duty logging chain from a nearby construction debris pile. He spent 18 hours creating a truss system, a secondary external frame to bypass the broken pivot. He had to drill through the remaining steel with a hand-crank drill, threading bolts through layers of metal to hold the engine alignment perfectly straight. The twist? Once he got the bike moving, the added weight and the realignment shifted the engine's center of gravity significantly. Every time he hit a jagged rock or a patch of loose shale, the logging chain, which was now acting as his structural support, would snap tight, vibrating with a high-pitched metallic ping that echoed through the canyon, threatening to jerk the bike off the cliff edge. As he descended, he heard a sickening grinding sound coming from deep within the engine casing. It was a rhythmic metal-on-metal screech. He hadn't realized that the tension in his makeshift frame had actually twisted the engine mounts, shifting the chain drive slightly off-axis. The engine was essentially eating itself from the inside out, grinding away the sprocket teeth with every rotation. He was 50 miles from the valley floor. The light was fading, and the bike was literally shaking itself to pieces beneath him. The final 10 miles were the most grueling. The repair wasn't meant to be a permanent fix. It was an elastic, desperate bridge held together by hope and tension. He had to ride in a specific, rigid, and deeply uncomfortable weighted posture, leaning his entire body weight to the left to counteract the imbalance caused by the signpost reinforcement on the right. Every time the bike hit a pothole or a frozen rut, he had to physically compensate, using his core strength to keep the rear wheel from kicking out into the abyss. His muscles were screaming from the sustained tension. He wasn't just riding the bike anymore. He was manually balancing it like a tightrope walker, fighting the machine's desire to collapse every single inch of the way. His hands were numb, his eyes were burning from the cold, and he knew that if he lost focus for even a second, the chain would snap, and the bike would be lost forever. He limped the bike into town on the very last threads of his mechanical repair. When local mechanics saw the bike, they refused to believe it had traveled more than a few meters, let alone 50 miles of mountain passes. It is a testament to the fact that when you know your machine, you can force it to survive the impossible. If you were stuck on a mountain pass with a snapped frame, what is the one item you'd hope to find in your repair kit? Tell me in the comments.